Hey there everyone, hope you are well. I am coming to you today to teach you about an old ancient naturopathic remedy for when you're getting sick or when you need to boost your immune system. It is called the wet sock treatment. So I have socks here. I got lots of stuff to teach you how to do this. And I'm gonna use Lindsay, who's my office assistant, as a demo here. This is one video I've been wanting to make for a while because I'm always telling patients about the wet sock treatment. It sounds totally bizarre and weird, but I'm telling you, it really, really, really works. So just to give you a little background of it, it's actually coming out in my newsletter here this weekend. So I thought I would make a video just to give you kind of a video of how to do it so you do it right. I remember when I first learned this in naturopathic school, I did it wrong. So I'm going to teach you what not to do. But first I want you to understand like the purpose of the wet sock treatment. So it's like, what in the world is a wet sock treatment anyway? So wet sock treatment is you actually take a very thin pair of socks and you get them wet and you freeze them. You put them in the freezer. You get them as cold as possible. And then you get a pair of really thick wool socks. So these are my two favorite pairs of wool socks that I use for the wet sock treatment. Then you're going to take the really cold socks and put them on your feet after you have soaked your feet or taken a really hot bath. So it's hydrotherapy. It's a really hot, you get your body really hot and then you use cold stimulation. And then you actually put these warm socks on over the cold, wet socks. And then you get right in bed and believe it or not, you go to sleep and it feels crazy for a little bit because you're like, I have wet socks on my feet. But the wool socks heat up really quick. And what happens is what it's doing is if you have any head congestion or if you feel like you're getting sick or you feel run down or you feel congested or you have some sinus stuff, when you're doing hydrotherapy, hot, cold, it's constricting the blood vessels and dilating, right? So it's actually drawing the congestion down to your feet. And it's also stimulating your immune system. So it's one of these things you just have to try it before you're like, no, that's really weird. And I'm telling you, you probably will get a really good night's sleep because when you do this, you sleep really, really good and you wake up and the socks are totally dry. So now that you know kind of the history of why we want to do it and what it's doing to the body, let me show you like exactly how to do it and what not to do. So I'm gonna grab this and bring y'all with me. So excuse the mess. And then I have Lindsay here who is going to be my demo. So we're gonna show you here at the kitchen. So well, here, take this. Come over to the water. So with the socks, so you have to get the socks wet, all right? So this is a very thin pair of socks that I'm going to start out with. So I just got them wet and now here's the key. You have to wring them out really good. You do not want like sopping wet socks. So now, and it's a thin pair of like ankle socks. It's not like a big thick pair of socks. So we're going to do this and now we're going to put them in the freezer. Now here's my trick for the freezer. I usually will put them like on the side wall or I will hang them over like the rack or something like that. All right. And so you need to let these freeze for a good like 15 minutes or so. So it's something that you need to prepare and prep for before you soak your feet. So, you know, throw those in maybe 15, 20 minutes before you're going to do it. Or sometimes you can just leave a pair of damp, wet or frozen socks in the freezer if you want. So now we're going to come back here. This is our sauna and our me-gun room. So I have Lindsay all set up here. So we're pretending like this is your home. And then we didn't have a big bucket, so we're using like a little storage container. But what you're gonna do is you can take a bath. So a lot of times when I do it after I've just taken a warm bath or a really hot bath, or you can soak your feet for 5 or 10 minutes. So minimal is 5 minutes. You really wanna get hot as you can tolerate water, and then you soak your feet and just, you know, sit there, let your feet soak. You're increasing the circulation. So that's an important piece of that. And then, so once she's done this, I'm gonna go get those cold socks and Lindsay's gonna lay down on the bed. You get your really cold socks, or if you have a really nice husband or boyfriend or somebody, you're like, can you bring me my cold socks? And then they think you're half crazy. While you crawl in bed, you get your really cold socks. So here's Lindsay. putting on her cold socks. It's the weirdest feeling, isn't it? And then while she's putting on the other one, I gotta get the wool socks. So, or maybe she grabbed the wool socks. Did you grab the wool socks? Oh no, here they are. Okay, so now she is going to put the wool socks, yeah, you can put those on, over top of the wet socks. Did it feel weird?
It does.
And then you immediately got to get under the covers and get really warm. So that's the other key thing. Like, you can't go walking around your house and go brush your teeth and start walking around with damp, wet socks. You have to get under and then make sure you have like a really okay, so it cut off, but you have to do really warm blanket over top after you finish putting the wool socks on. And then you snuggle up in bed, read a book, do something relaxing, and it actually makes you fall asleep really quickly. It's really calming and comforting. So that is a little naturopathic hydrotherapy for you. I think that might be backwards, but this is the book that I used and was trained on in school. Hydrotherapy is quite amazing. So it's something that, it's just basic stuff like hot, cold, constriction, dilation. It really has a powerful impact on your body and your health and your immune system. So it's something that you can do at home to help boost your immune system and help you sleep and all that good stuff, especially if you feel like you're getting sick. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you get a chance to try the wet sock treatment. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.